Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dino action. Whether you're watching tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, if you've already passed out, you had a hard, difficult, tiring week, that's all good. The chapters are there, and hopefully it's going to be some fantastic interaction and moments tonight, which I think it definitely is. Now this list is quite a bit different, as you can already see from what I normally use. I didn't want to deviate so much away from all my favorite stuff, focusing so hard on Trapjaw Tyrant that if I didn't see it, the deck would not feel so good. And there's definitely a lot less creatures that I'm used to. However, Trapjaw, well, that proved itself, so I feel pretty comfortable, at least tonight. We're going to be starting off with the absolutely fantastic Reckless Rage. 1 red, deal 4 damage to target creature, taking out a wide range of stuff. Quite enough. That is just going to be lovely. But of course it deals 2 damage to a creature we control. That's where it's at. This is the Dinosaur interaction spell. Any dinosaur that has Enrage, you just get some absolutely insane value. Yes, Dr.Gazooks Enrage is so much fun. So much fun. And flavorful as well. I think they will bring it back with Lost Caverns of Ixalan being released later this year. We'll see it, definitely. And we'll see a Lord as well. Yeah, hopefully you're having a good night, and it's going to be a painful night for the opponents, I must say. But just increasing the ways that Trapjaw Tyrant can get pinged and exile some creatures. Either it's going to be Marauding Raptor. Pinging Trapjaw Tyrant, we exile a big thing. Reckless Rage, ping. We take out a creature and we exile a big thing. Domri, increasing the ramp, increasing the potential of fighting with Ripjaw Raptor here, or Trapjaw Tyrant. Usually it's always just Ripjaw that I'm using. Oh, you got to Diamond. Good stuff. Definitely you can get stuck quite a bit. Diamond 4 gets very competitive. Diamond, I feel, is actually far more competitive than Mythic, unless you get to the high numbered Mythics. Everybody wants to just get to Mythic because you can't drop out of it, which I think they should change just to make it extra something, extra special. Don't drop out of anything other than Mythic. If you lose, I don't know, 10 in a row, something like that, 6 in a row, whatever. 6 in a row still is pretty painful, and sometimes there is nothing you can do. It would feel pretty bad, but that is a decent sized number. Hello, 5 Ways. How's it going? Breach the multiverse piles. Yes, Dr.Gazooks. Breach the multiverse. That certainly is a big flashy thing. Fortunately, I haven't seen it too much in Explorer, but when it happens, and it's usually done for there. Who doesn't love to do what Breach the Multiverse does? Just getting stuff, milling stuff, getting stuff. That's never going to get old. It's never going to go away, but people will probably get it out of their system eventually. Certainly it is quite powerful, but yeah. We're going to bring the pain to aggro, that's for sure. Now this is definitely not as good against control. I actually had Carnage Tyrant in the sideboard before I had figured I want to bring in something that is going to at least give us a chance. So no Shifting Ceratops, that's in the sideboard. Tyrannosaurus Rex, this is getting really wacky, I must say, but I think it's going to work. We'll see. If we do face off against Azorius Control, of course, I take Trapjaw out, I take Reckless Rage out. Keeping Tamiyo safekeeping, but Ripjaw, Trapjaw, Reckless Rage, and I bring in Huntmaster, Shifting Ceratops, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's pretty simple and straightforward there, I think. We'll get the job done. Of course, Pillar of Origins. It's not all about the haste, I feel, with this specific variation. So I figure Pillar of Origins replacing Huntmaster, tapping for a man of any color for a dinosaur. So that's going to help get that source of white, get the second source of white for Trapjaw. Of course, Huntmaster doesn't help get the second white for this, so I figured, just to increase the consistency, get to it Of course, Thunderherd Migration or Topiary Stomper can grab the plane, so that might be the second source combined with Pillar of Origins. Boom. We got 2 whites. Lovely, lovely stuff. And maybe we see Secluded Courtyard, Jetmir's Garden as well. Is always a possibility. Other than that, I say we just jump right into it. Tamiyo Safekeeping, of course, still in because they're going to be gunning for Trapjaw. If we've exiled a bunch of stuff, if they get removal, it's getting targeted. If they have a sweeper, something like that. Of course, we want to save Trapjaw and not give the opponent back all those creatures when it leaves the battlefield. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, pretty good. Bring in all this stuff, maybe Huntmaster if I'm on the play. Back to Nature, of course, against 5-color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation. Yeah, let's jump right into it. The new Chandra copying it. Oh, yes. I'm excited for my games. But yeah, that new Chandra, very, very painful stuff. I've faced her a few times. Not as much as I expected, because she does some pretty fantastic work copying the first instant and sorcery spell you play each of your turns. Or I think it is each turn. So if you play a different instant or sorcery on your opponents, yeah, that would do the trick. Ramps, cast stuff is very painful. Super, super scary. Perhaps this is against Rakdos, seeing the Sheoldred avatar, so we're going to be exiling some big stuff. Oh, look at that, folks. That is Pterosaurus. How's it going? A very, very exciting looking hand to start. Possibly Thunderherd or Marauding Raptor. Very elf. Okay, so Thoughtseize. Not too bad. If they're smart, they're going to get rid of Thunderherd Migration. Absolutely. That's what they're doing. Gotta be. Oh, they goofed up. They goofed up big time. Yeah, so Tepik in the Subrun. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting, at least. Enjoying Dr. Pepper. Actually, I have a 2-liter bottle. Hell, half of a 2-liter bottle in my fridge. But yeah, we got to talk about this. I suspect they got rid of Marauding because they thought I couldn't reveal a dinosaur. Of course I can, and I get ahead 1 mana forever. That's where it's at. Can't fatal push a basic. You can't sweep a basic. And you can't go Jetmir's Garden. Tapped. It has to enter tapped at some point. We got Topiary Stomper. We're at 5. Look at all this beautiful mana that they can't do anything about. Jetmir's is the source of white. Secluded Courtyard is going to be the second for Trapjaw, if we get it. Oh, and we got some Domri as well. Man, we're definitely getting spoiled. Of course, Topiary Stomper get to the 7th land, 100%. That's what you want to be doing. Source red? I guess. I like it. Hopefully they don't have any removal on Domri, but I will get to fight somebody. Actually, I'm going to attack with Topiary Stomper and see if that draws out removal on it instead of Domri there. Destroy a creature or planeswalker. Okay. Now I can actually fight. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to ramp. Topiary Stomper is going to block that Gifted Aetherborn. And I hope they don't destroy Domri as well. It's just nice seeing Domri. Of course, there is only 2 copies, so a pretty low chance for it. Oh, Murderous Rider. That's okay. Well, get the job done still. We get rid of a Death Toucher at some point. I didn't have any fighting interaction, so get rid of something painful. Oh, Gix. Not too bad, of course. Ripjaw Raptor, very, very nice to see a 4-5 versus their 3-3 there. Certainly keeping up the pressure whenever possible. A good chance they're going to get removal or have it. There it is. Oh, good old Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully they don't have Sheoldred's Edict making us sacrifice it. Definitely feeling good that I brought that in. Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Well, Ripjaw Raptor could be pretty painful, but hey, we'll hit him with Carnage, see if Sheoldred blocks. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a second copy in hand, but of course where there's one, there's another. Okay. Yeah. Making a sacrifice, Ripjaw, not the worst thing in the world. Of course, I do feel a little bit scared, not having much hasty things. Tyrannosaurus Rex, Shifting Ceratops, Regisaur Alpha to boot. Got to play Marauding Raptor. Of course, I would discard it with Liliana of the Veils +1 this turn. Ooh, they got another. Nuts. It's not too bad. They draw a card with Gix. Get some nice advantage there. Oh, the Reckless Rage to boot. I'm gonna pressure Liliana. Of course they will want to block. Reckless Rage gonna get him. I hope. Fatal Push on Marauding. Yeah. Not much you can do about that. Sometimes you just die. Of course, Trapjaw Tyrant in that particular scenario would have been lovely. Possibly killing, well, it would have killed Gix with Reckless Rage. Then we would have exiled Sheoldred, and would have been a lovely, lovely turn of events. Mono Black Control, Pterosaurus, I think so. I would say so. We don't see Nykthos. I don't think it's Mono Black Devotion. Of course, it's very consistent being a mono-colored deck. It could be Devotion. We'll see. Gonna get rid of Ripjaw Raptor. It's okay. It's okay, but I definitely think Tyrannosaurus Rex could be better served for us. Definitely would love to top deck T-Rex over Ripjaw if it comes to that. Now, I think I'll call it Mono Black Control in the chapters. Excuse me. Ooh, I like that, actually. That's pretty good. My goodness. Of course, Jetmir's Garden entering tap, so nothing that I play for one usually. Maybe they'll learn their lesson. Of course, we get a turn 2 play. Doesn't matter what they do. Pillar of Origins, maybe. Maybe they're scared of Carnage Tyrant, or that, oh, okay, got 3 Carnage Tyrants, my goodness. Hopefully seeing a third land next turn. At least being able to play Domri. Well, draw some cards, lose some life, and there's that third beautiful land, my. If we get another land next turn, we get Carnage, and then we're in a very good position. I would think. Oh, look at that. They're worried. Good luck. You better have some more Thought Seizes. Boom. Quaking in their boots. Meathook Massacre, not too worried about that. They cast it for not a whole lot. For nothing. Yeah, I think this is Mono Black Devotion due to the fact I'm seeing Meathook Massacre. Of course, it is just a fantastic card, but it always makes me wonder. Oh, we got him. We got him. Phew. Okay, hopefully that buys us some time. Oh, you don't know what the term means. Yes, a 3-land combo. Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower. You have all combined. You can make 7 colorless mana. The Urza's Mine and Power Plant both tap for 2 colorless then, and Urza's Tower taps for 3 colorless. 3 lands, total of 7, often used to power out Karn the Great Creator. Of course, I expect they have another Shieldred. Let's just work through it and kind of make them play the other one. Spend their mana on the second copy that they have in hand. Maybe. They get rid of Jetmir's Garden. It's not that problematic. I'm going to grab, well, it is only a mountain or a forest at this point. But just another Carnage is lovely, lovely stuff. Oh, and Trapjaw to boot, which I still can play. Do I want to play it? I think so. A Tron Pauper deck. Oh, very nice. There's that Shieldred's Edict coming up, I think. They were ready. Oh, okay. Just a Thoughtseize, huh? Yeah, definitely a Tron deck is always painful. Mono green Tron, of course. Very scary stuff. Stomp ground. Well, hey. We get Trapjaw Tyrant. Might not be doing a whole lot for us, but again, if they can't take it out, it is a pseudo unblockable, which is very scary indeed. If they don't have something with Death Touch, although most of the stuff they have is Death Touch. Power Word Kill? Well, it's not the end of the world. Carnage Tyrant hitting him for 8 takes him pretty low. I actually have, well, not original Urza lands, but some pretty good conditioned ones. Oh, they Thoughtseize themselves. That is the ultimate sacrifice. Good stuff. Good stuff. We took them down. Beautiful. Beautiful. That hexproof. So I guess I was right in thinking have at least one hard to deal with thing if you get in a sticky situation. I was thinking of having fighting, interaction, removal instead of Carnage Tyrant, but there was like, it just felt like not enough bodies. And Carnage is just lovely stuff. Tyrannix Rex, of course, can be quite lovely, but if the game has gone on long, sometimes it can. The Ward 4, there's a good chance they can pay the extra. Maybe they target Tyrannix Rex for 2, they have 4 other lands, and boom, you lose it. Oh, and I like this. I like it a lot. Wow. But that hexproof always gets them. Hopefully we at least get to the 3rd land, or Marauding Raptor survives, but I don't expect that's going to happen. Oh, it does. Marauding will at least survive until it comes around to their turn, which that could be pretty detrimental. There's the 3rd land. Oh, it's getting scary. Get to 4 lands next turn. Misery Shadow, Fatal Push, taking out Marauding Raptor. Not so bad. Now the question becomes, Topiary Stomper, Marauding. Marauding to Topiary Stomp. Let's just play it safe. Won't be taking a whole lot of damage from Misery's Shadow, and it might incentivize them to attack with it and fully pump it with all the mana that they have. I think they might do that. Okay, so they won't. 3/2 Black Vampire flying lifelink is pretty painful, however, when you have... No, I gotta use the planes, gotta use the planes. You go Marauding, you go Topiary, get some super duper ramp. I think that's going to work out pretty fantastic for us. Play it safe, a little bit slower. Of course, I didn't have any aggression there. But if Marauding survives, we do get Carnage Tyrant next turn. Where's that Shieldred? If they do play Shieldred at any time, keep in mind, Domri increases the power of Topiary Stomper to 5, trading with Shieldred's 5 toughness, which is quite fantastic. Of course, they discarded Carnage Tyrant. They don't know about the pain of Tyrannix Rex coming in hot. Hopefully. Yeah, let's do that. Take out that Misery Shadow so I don't have to worry about it. Not sure why they're sinking mana. Oh, yeah, to trade with it now. So we forced them to sink mana into Topiary Stomper. Of course, I could potentially save it, but I think I'll wait. I'll wait and use it to save Marauding. Get rid of the token for sure. Now, I could have played the second Domri, but I want to save at least one green with Tamiyos. I think that's going to come in handy. Somebody's going down. Of course, if it is Meat Hook Massacre, everybody would die. Hexproof and Indestructible does not protect against that. Wolf Liliana. Possibly making us sacrifice that Topiary Stomper. Of course, they see Tamiyos, they see Domri, so that might make them not use some stuff. Topiary, of course, I could get to 7 lands next turn, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to keep that Marauding. Oh, double Tamiyos. Let's do it. We'll ramp with Domri. Can't use the mana for a whole lot, of course, but there we go. Let's pressure Sorin a little bit. Make him snoring. Ah, interesting. That's not too interesting. I figured that's what would happen. Gain a bunch of life, save it, and going to surprise him next turn with the second Tamiyos, I think. Possibly drawing Trapjaw Tyrant, I would hope. We're a quarter of the way through the deck, and we haven't seen a Trapjaw yet. That might make all the difference. Exiling Misery's Shadow, doesn't matter how big it is. Doesn't matter if it was Emrakul, Ulamog, this new Shieldred, if you want to do something to it. Oh, okay. That's alright. That's going to be a little problematic. That Shieldred, just straight up Shieldred, makes us sacrifice Marauding Raptor. So, again, Hexproof and Indestructible doesn't do anything. Nuts. Domri could be nice, but also Tamiyo Safekeeping might be nice. Oof, Jetmir's Garden, don't need that. Oh, there is the Trapjaw Tyrant. Not doing a whole lot for us. Wait at least another turn, see what happens. Maybe get Reckless Rage, which I could go, including Trapjaw, for a total of 6. That might save us, but I think we're pretty much dead at this point. Oh yeah, with Shieldred. Don't think we're coming back from that. Let's see what we draw, though, just for curiosity's sake, of course. Oh, another Jetmir as well. That does tend to do the trick. A little bit flooded there. Just didn't see one of the 4 Trapjaws. Unfortunately, in the top quarter of the deck, you would statistically hope and expect to see a quarter of your specific cards, 4 of them, in a quarter of the deck, roughly. But, of course, as we see often, usually every night, there's some wild and crazy variations. 3 Otepic Hunt Masters to start, of course. I usually always mulligan those hands. Back-to-back Carnage Tyrant, Carnage Tyrant, Carnage Tyrant. And then, finally, the land that allows me to start playing them. Of course, if that was flipped around, that would be ideal. That hand, I can make that work, definitely. Got Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper, getting us to Trapjaw Tyrant if I do grab that single plains. Secluded Courtyard being the second white for Trapjaw here. Should be. Rakdos. Thoughtseize. Hey, it's the night of Thoughtseize. Black, partially black base decks, perhaps. Happened before. You just never know. It could be 5 spirits, mono blue and Azorius mixed together in 6 matches. Rakdos, mono black, Rakdos. That's what keeps things interesting, fresh. Always good to practice against the top stuff, although some nights you do face wacky combinations. Of course, Boros Hammer Time. I think that was my favorite match of last night, just because you never see it. Hey, turn 1 Thoughtseize is a fact of life. It's like the sun rising, the sun setting, turn 1 Thoughtseize. It's like breathing. It just exists. It has to happen. Yeah, just look at it that way in a positive light. They're scratching their head, wondering what the heck do I discard? It's putting me to sleep here. I need the Jeopardy theme song. Do do do. Oh, Domri. Do 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 do. Turn 1 Thoughtseize on the horizon. Turn 2 Thoughtseize. Turn 2 Thoughtseizes. That's happened before. Oftentimes I win against them. Sometimes, just because that's all they're doing. They have nothing else to actually play. Of course, I lost lots of painful stuff. Hopefully they just don't have another one, and I have to send Thunderherd Migration packing. Definitely going Thunderherd Migration, because I am against Rakdos. Lots of removal and almost guaranteed to lose Marauding. I go Thunderherd. I'm at 3 lands the following turn at least for Topiary. Oh, and we've got that to boot. I revealed Topiary Stomper. It's already been revealed, so this is literally not a drawback. However, I could grab the second source of white, but that could potentially mess me up. If I draw another land next turn, I want to have at least 2 green sources after I play Marauding Raptor. Of course, the one source of white could have been used for Marauding, but we'll see. Oof. Definitely Topiary. I think I'll grab the plains this time. Yeah, that should work. I'll have a source of red for Marauding, using Secluded Courtyard to pay for Marauding's red, and then Stomping Ground for the Reckless Rage. And a source of green. Secluded Courtyard plus the plains for Marauding. Stomping Ground for Tamiyos. And actually Force for Tamiyo. Stomping Ground for Reckless Rage. Hey, kill it. Kill Topiary Stomper. That's perfectly alright by me. Waste your removal at this point. Maybe pop that treasure for Fatal Push. They see Trapjaw Tyrant, which can't be Fatal Pushed. Of course, they play Shieldred, the classic and fantastic. Oh, okay. We know what we're doing. Shieldred is dead next turn. Yes. Actually, I'll tap that plains. Save the green. Not that I have to, but yeah. If all goes well, and I think it will. Trapjaw Tyrant gets pinged, and then I have Reckless Rage to ping again to... Oh, this is the mixture of pain you're about to see. I'm going to exile every single thing that they have. Exile or kill it. Beautiful. They know what's about to happen. They have to do something to it. They can see the parts of it in my hand. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Trapjaw. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. You're about to see why. Ooh. Boom. They have to have 2 pieces of removal. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very painful. Dino Claus is coming. Dino Claus, yes. It's Santa Claus, but Dino Claus gives everybody packs of Ixalan, rivals of Ixalan, and if you're really, really good, Dino Claus is going to give you Lost Caverns of Ixalan before it is released. Of course, they didn't have a fatal push to respond. They would have responded to that and killed Marauding Raptor, which we would have drawn out 2 pieces of removal. That would have been absolutely lovely. Beautiful stuff. I was hoping to have a nice example of this. Of course, Shieldred not going to attack. I have a lovely chump blocker, the best chump blockers. Oh, yes, I would love that too. Oh, and we got Secluded Courtyard. That is the bee's knees. Munch. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, tom, tom. Oh, I almost forgot.
It's a trap!
Brush them like this. I like it. Dino Claus art for Christmas time. Yes, I should probably do something around Christmas time. Of course, I'm usually not here right at Christmas, but make it a yearly thing, as I make April Fools a yearly thing. One day a year. I don't play dinos. But yeah, Dino Claus. I like that. Make some art for Christmas dinos. Yeah. Looks like they might have removal for Trapjaw. Of course, Trapjaw at the moment is unblockable. No one in their right mind is going to block it. Lose a creature, be dealt damage, I exile another creature. And of course, this Trapjaw as well would be good. Setting up with Marauding would be nice as well, but I'm going to try this. Ouch. I think I'll exile the token Dr.Gazooks. Yes, yes. Of course, the token is just disappears. Reflection of Kiki Chiki could be nice as well, but again, it's not going to be blocking. I could have used Marauding, true, but I want Reckless Rage just in case. Just in case they play something really big next turn that I wouldn't be able to use Reckless Rage on. That might be our ticket. We'll see. Croxa, of course, they do have almost enough in their graveyard. But you can see how Trapjaw does the trick. How before I added Carnage Tyrant, I'm thinking maybe if I just focus so hard on Trapjaw Tyrant, I can lean so much into it. It's naturally just going to keep beating it up. Maybe I switch out Carnage Tyrant for Protection, Hexproof and Indestructible, Tyvar Stand, of course. Instead have 8 protection spells because you want to keep Trapjaw alive. Oh, look at that. We beat him up. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Trapjaw the second, yes. Lord Judgment. That actually reminded me. This is round 2, and we saw 2. Good stuff, good stuff. I didn't make that connection, but yeah, that's how it is. If you're using Trapjaw Tyrant, I would highly recommend this. Of course, we saved Marauding. It wasn't Trapjaw, but it allowed the following turns Trapjaw to come down. Marauding, ping it. Exile, Shieldred, ping, ping, ping. Boom. And it was lovely. With their Thought Seizes, they saw there was nothing they could do. It kind of adds a sweetness to that win. Nice. Packs an extra punch. Of course, leaving Huntmaster out, this is Rakdos, so Huntmaster is not going to be hunting for long after it gets killed. Shifting Ceratops, Fatal Push. All they have to do is pop a blood token, a treasure, and it's done for. Tranix Rex, maybe. Ripjaw Raptor could be good. You know what, I'll trim Ripjaw Raptor. Of course, being mana value 4, also in range of that painful, painful Fatal Push. Tamiyo Safekeeping, keeping Tranix Rex nice and healthy, perhaps. Or if They're going to use Shieldred to block one of those guys. Just get the pain out of the way. Hopefully they don't have a second Shieldred in hand, and they just used her to get rid of something they couldn't have got rid of otherwise. And then we just protect it with Indestructible. Don't have to worry about Death Touch. Dropping a big scary dino. Oh, the budget wildcard deck list. Oh, I did actually post that. Did I post that? I think I did a stream a little bit ago. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I haven't. I think you may have missed it, Dr.Gazooks. I'm not 100% sure. I've made the list. Yeah, I think so. I go back and check, but if I haven't done it, I have made a deck list. Yeah, I think I did a stream with it one night. Probably a week ago, I want to say. Of course, everything blends together when you do one thing, and the dates can get mixed up, especially after hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of streams. Question becomes, what will they do? They have to do something that was pretty nasty for them. Probably Marauding Raptor. But of course I would get Topiary and get to 4. Oh, there's the Trapjaw. The first. No source of white yet. Topiary Stomper could grab the plane, so we start to get there a bit. I think I might be referring to that. Yes, the 83 in paper one. If I haven't done it, I could actually just do it right here. Maybe after this match, combine tonight's Trapjaw loveliness highlighted, or tomorrow night's. If I haven't done it, let's do that. Magic the Gathering Arena budget list. Ooh, that's too bad. 3 Thought Seizes? Oh, okay. Well, a little bit painful, of course. 2 early Thought Seizes usually cripples a potentially good hand. Those nice plays. Yeah, Topiary. Topiary would have been lovely. Yeah, I'll make the person stew in their own pain and suffering. We'll take a quick look for that. I feel like I might have combined the stream with something else, so it could have been hard to see potentially. Yeah, it looks like I might not have done it. Okay. Oh, Domri, what am I? Oh, good stuff. Hopefully they don't have something that can crew the Reckoner Bankbuster next turn. I imagine they will, but hey, if Domri sticks around, we might get to... Well, wouldn't get to Carnage Tyrant next turn, unfortunately. We'll see. Yeah, at the very least, I can highlight that budget list quickly after this match. A little bit of a teaser, I guess you could say. Non-creature, non-land, getting rid of that Reckless Rage. That's alright. Hopefully we still get to Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannix Rex. Of course, sadly, there is no Castle Garenbrig, so that is a bit of an uphill battle. Just make Domri a little bit bigger if they play creature next turn. At least Domri would survive the 4 damage hit from the Bankbuster. Okay, good stuff. Croaks. I think it's got to be... Nah, I'm going to go Trapjaw Tyrant. I still don't have my second source of white. I might not get it. Oh, and Topiary to boot. Well, That does get the second source of white. Don't need it anymore. Although, I'll get it just in case. Just in case. Next turn we get Carnage Tyrant if they don't have another Duress or a Thoughtseize or something. They have to play 2 more things to have enough to exile Croxus, so I don't think that's going to happen this turn. Probably not. They've done the math, they know what's about to drop. Man, if we get T-Rex, that's going to be lights out, perhaps. If they have Shieldred's Edict, we just sacrifice Topiary Stomper. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Land, you can do it. T-Rex. Let's see it. Oof. Technically it is, well, it's mana I can use right away. I could play Pillar of Origins for 2, but it would only have a total of 5, so it's got to be still this. Get to 6, get to Carnage Tyrant. If I had a 6th land out, could have played that for 2. Would have had 4 other lands plus Pillar is 5, plus Domri is 6. Excuse me, but yes, Pillar of Origins being an artifact, we can tap and use that mana immediately, the turn that it enters the battlefield, which is very nice. That comes in handy. Oh, they discarded an Abrade, which, well, it would have taken out Pillar of Origins. This is good. Maybe they brought in an Extinction Event. Of course, Domri being at 7 loyalty now, I've just kept ramping with it. That's going to be an uphill battle just to kill it. Which is pretty good. We can fight for many, many turns. Of course, if they play Shieldred, Topiary Stomper takes her out. Fantastic. We're not at 7 lands. We're still only at 5. So we've got the basic from Topiary, and we just use it to take out that fantastic creature. Slicing up turkey legs. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I've had turkey legs, barbecued turkey legs before, turkey drumsticks. I think Trapjaw would like it, although Trapjaw likes eating vampires, and you gotta figure, vampires are probably an acquired taste. Although I guess if Trapjaw eats vampires, as it is in the art, maybe it will eat anything. So turkey legs is probably tastier, you would assume. I would think so. Pithing Needle. Okay, so they're stopping the ramp from Domri, unfortunately. We still might get there with Pillar of Origin, so that's pretty nice. Hopefully seeing a land at least. Again, Castle Garenbrig, we would get to T-Rex, but Castle Garenbrig, I don't think it's in the list. I might have added a few copies. It definitely does not feel good. We don't get that turn ahead in a very stable way. We'll get Croaks the next turn, that's for sure. And that was a good turn for them, absolutely. That's how it's got to be now. They're going to play Croaks the next turn. Escape them. We would have to discard a card. I'm going to hold on to Pillar of Origins. I'm going to use that as the thing I discard. I just hope they don't make us discard 2 things in some way. Oh, from the fair. Turkey legs from the fair. Oh, they are good stuff. Fair or just event turkey legs. Beautiful. Lovely. Oh, nuts. What am I going to do? No more Thoughtseize, no more Duress. Cross your fingers. Oh boy. Man, now I want turkey legs. Maybe I'll go for some roasted chicken tomorrow. Well, they won't attack Domri, I don't think. It is only buffing creatures, and I can't use Topiary Stomper. Oh, okay. Applying as much pressure as possible. That's alright. Hopefully seeing the 7th land next turn. If we don't see the 7th land next turn, it is probably all over at that point. So not being able to play Tranix Rex definitely, I think, would seal our fate. Oh, phew. Got him. And we got Topiary. Do we want to attack? Could they kill us next turn? That's a good question. Reckoner Bankbuster hitting for 4, but Blood Tithe would possibly tap. Topiary can block Kroxa, so that might be okay. You know what? Let's do it. Maximum aggression. Get her done. And hope they don't have Fatal Push for Topiary, which would definitely seal our fate. Oh, they don't. This is good, I think. They don't have removal for Topiary Stomper, either Fatal Push or anything at instant speed for 2. As long as we can block Kroxa, we might get the job done. Just with T-Rex. They still might be able to target him. They can definitely pay the Ward 4 cost, as I was saying, if the game has gone on long. It is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, Blood Tithe Harvester tapping the sacrifice. That's okay. Oh, exactly. Lethal. That is perfect stuff. 10 damage from the creatures, 3 damage from Kroxa with its ability. We don't have any card to discard, so we lose 3 life. That was pretty darn sweet, I must say. A little bit unfortunate I don't have anything to take out Pithing Needle. That would have helped big time. Yeah, I think I'll keep it like that. And I still think I'll try maybe a different list, maybe not on stream. Focusing on Trapjaw, getting more interaction, whichever way I do that, whether it's fight spells, light damage sweepers, pinging Trapjaw Tyrant, exiling a big thing that didn't die to the sweeper, all their other little stuff going down the tube. Possibly, yes. I haven't done a whole lot with the Mutate Dinos, the Apex Dinos specifically. Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt, the Mardu, Dino Elemental Cat, Dino Nightmare Cat. The entrance animation for Snapdax is maybe one of the best. Hard to say. It's hard to top Carnage Tyrant's entrance animation, but Snapdax, yes, absolutely. I think Snapdax is nice. Whenever it mutates onto a creature, or whenever that creature mutates, you can do 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain 4 life. And it gives that creature double strike as well, and I think that is a pretty fantastic package. And Mutate does benefit from cost reduction. So, Marauding Raptor, Otepic Huntmaster, reducing that of all those Apex mutating dinosaurs and some other dinosaurs as well. But for the most part, I have played Rainbow Dinos before. Not really in conjunction with Trapjaw Tyrant, but of course this hand looks lovely. We're on the play. We got 3 lands, one of them being that lovely Jetmir's Garden. Maybe they have just the Thoughtseize. Oh, they do. Nuts. I just hope we land Topiary Stomper. Hopiary Stomper, as I like to call him. Okay, I think we'll still get there. We got Marauding Raptor, of course. Maybe they'll kill it. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully, since I played a second copy, that draws out the removal and it allows for Topiary Stomper to enter and land next turn. Takes up some of their resources. saves him. Good stuff, good stuff. Thunderherd Migration to boot. Well. Yeah, definitely Topiary. I can pressure with Blood Tithe Harvester. Maybe they play another one next turn. Do I want to do that? You know what, I'll wait. If Marauding survives and I draw another land, it could mean Carnage Tyrant. I think there's a pretty low chance of that happening, but there's not a no chance. And that would be fantastic. Maintain the possibility if I get that 5th land. At the very least, it looks like I'm going to be going Thunderherd Migration. I figured they would kill it, but just in case they didn't. Oh, look at that. We almost got it. Well, technically we get it. Next turn. They better have discard. They're stumbling in the land department. Well, I am not. And there's nothing they can do about this ramp. Which, again, just drive that point home. This is beautiful. They have to have discard. They have to use it this turn. Oh, they got the Thoughtseize. Well, they're getting rid of Carnage Tyrant, that's for sure. But maybe T-Rex, because that could be a little bit more scary. Get a land. You can do it. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Land. Let's see a land. Oh, we got the land. We pay the 2 life. Bing, bang, boom. Get her done. Have some fun. And we got to 7 for Topiary. Lights out. Wow. Smoke them. Oh, I love it. Well, that was alright. Not the best way to win, but of course, you guys have seen me have moments like that as well. Not seeing lands. You just get there. Thoughtseize D's nuts. Now. Thoughtseize D's Trapjaws. Although you can see again how easily you could get the job done without Trapjaw. Although it is absolutely fantastic. There can be good stuff that happens with a lot of dinos, but Dr.Gazooks, as you were saying, budget dinos, budget arena dinos. I think I whipped this up and I was going to make a video on it, but I didn't. Yes, I tried to record it a couple times. I just wasn't really happy with it. Yeah. Okay, a little preview of budget dinos for tomorrow. Again, I might make a video, but currently the list is 4 Regis or Alphas, 4 Marauding Raptors, and 2 Galtas as the only rares. I think 10 rares for a list is pretty nice. Of course, I could trim these all, but these rares are ones you would always want to be, always want to be using. Ones you will use as some of the core of a dino deck. Lovely Regis or Alpha. Of course, you might hopefully open some Regis or Alphas with the excellent packs on Arena here. Hopefully that helps. Save a rare wild card at least. Yeah, lots of fantastic power. 24 lands just to make things a little bit consistent. 4 of those being Field of Ruins, of course a nice uncommon. Lots of stuff playing multiple colors, or at least having a non-basic land that you can pop this, destroy it. You search for a basic land and there is definitely a lot of those in here, especially being budget. There is only 4 Thunderherd Migrations. Usually when I play just Thunderherd Migration or just Topiary Stomper. 4 things that search for a basic. I keep it at 6, but of course you're just starting out potentially if you're using this. Keep it at 8 a little bit stable, more stable on the wildcard wallet. 16 things for 2. Of course, Marauding, Huntmaster, Drover of the Mighty, and Thunderherd Migration. Again, you might cut Drover, of course. Worst case scenario, usually, it's a 3/3 body. That is fantastic, but oftentimes I was feeling like it was too much ramping and things. Not enough payoff. I would be flooded either with lands, and this, so you might end up down the line switching Drover out for something big and nasty, relying on Marauding, Huntmaster, and Thunderherd as a nice suite of 12 2-drops. With 12, you should usually expect to see it in any variation of hands. And Giant Cindermod is, while Rampaging Frostdawn makes players not gain life, but now with this fairly recent addition, uncommon, players can't gain life. If you're a new account, a new player, of course, you might come up against that basic mono white life gain deck. Angels, of course, bring the pain to that. Have a decent chance against a deck that you wouldn't otherwise. And Giant Cindermod is fantastic, of course. Could be reduced to a single red with Marauding Raptor and Otepic Huntmaster. So 1 red for a 4/3 trample is lovely, lovely stuff. And actually, technically, I forgot, I do have 26 lands, which is crazy. If you do include Kalni Ambush here, hey, a little bit of interaction with the fighting for 2 and a green, but if you see it in the opening hand, it might be your turn 1 land. It does have to enter the battlefield tapped all the time. There's no turn 1 plays, but quite often and usually get the job done without commune with dinosaurs or something like that. So keep in mind, if you see it, you might as well just do it turn 1. Thrashing Brontodon, of course, the classic, fantastic, uncommon 3/4. If you don't need to sacrifice it to destroy an artifact or enchantment, just attack. Love it. Sometimes Thrashing Brontodon, just having that extra toughness, being 4 instead of a 3/3, can scare away aggression from an opponent. You just stall out, you wait a bit until you see a nice big heavy hitter, maybe a bit of interaction. Of course, there's not a whole lot of interaction to start. Lots of fantastic options, but I wanted to focus heavily on the dinos. Adapt as you see fit, of course. Charging Monster Sword, boom. Very budget, very scary. 5/5 trample haste. Hopefully you're paying it for 4, 3 potentially. Sometimes even 2 if you have lots of cost reduction, but even if it's just reduced by 1, 4 for a 5/5 trample haste is pretty darn fantastic. It could be a nice top deck. Azorius Control has swept you. They have a Teferi out with 5 loyalty. You top deck this, boom. Take them out. Hopefully stabilize a bit or give yourself a bit of a chance. Of course, Regis or Alpha is a no-brainer. Use it all the time. Unless you're trying something wacky, like I am tonight with Trapjaw Tyrant. And then 2 Galtas. Sometimes I like 3. Lots of times I like 4. But I think 1 is maybe not quite enough for the most part. I think at least 2 is pretty good. Chances are you play her for cheap. If you have a second copy and they counter the first one, you probably have enough to play the second one. And then mana base wise, Game Trail, hey, it's an uncommon reveal, a mountain or forest, to have it enter untapped. Of course, you have 8 mountain forest. Island forest is a mountain forest. The snow land from Kaldheim, it's a dual land. It helps with Game Trail. So a total of 12 things that you could reveal for this. That's pretty fantastic for consistency, I think. Then yeah, just Secluded Courtyard. Pretty much everything in the list is a dinosaur. Most of the creatures. 22, I think that's a good enough case for this. Tapping for any color. Helping cast Thrashing Brontodon. If it is reduced, you can only spend green on it. So Secluded Courtyard is going to be quite nice in those times. Very much so. Then back to nature. Hey, give yourself a good chance against anything enchantment related. Savage Stomp. Yeah. It's the dinosaur fighting interaction. Classic. Fantastic. You got that plus Colony Ambush. Just lovely, lovely stuff. Damping Spear. It's an uncommon. Helps against Mono Green Devotion or anything that wants to cast multiple spells a turn. They just keep costing one more, one more. Love it. Weathered Runestone as well for Greasefang. Anything cheated out from the graveyard or library. Although some things get around this. If that spell is exiled and then you get to cast it, it does kind of... It's a bit of a loophole. Loophole. Need to drink some more coffee. Flame Sweep as well. Deal with aggro and lots of little creatures. Elves, potentially. Yeah, that'll about do it. I guess it was longer than I was thinking. A bit more in-depth than just a preview, but Dr.Gazooks, hopefully that helps. Yeah, definitely 10 rare wild cards is not a big hoop to jump through, I think. It's pretty reasonable, I would imagine, to have 10. Or pretty soon get 10. Yes, no problem. Anytime, anything you want, dinosaur related or otherwise. Happy to help. And you definitely cover a lot of angles there. Life gain decks, artifacts, enchantments, aggro with Flame Sweep, and enchantments with Back to Nature. So you really hate on enchantments with Thrashing Brontodon and Back to Nature, and you got a decent chance, a reasonable chance against a lot of common stuff, I must say. Now the question becomes Pillar of Origins. Will they counter that? Will they counter Marauding? I'm going to try for Pillar of Origins. I think either one would happen, but maybe Pillar is less threatening. Of course it is a non-creature. They might not have had an actual counter spell. Going to try for Marauding. I do have Tamiyos to protect it, which could make all the difference. See if they discard Censor here. They might. Okay, not too bad. Certainly feels nice having Tamiyos or anything that gives indestructible, so I get to save myself from potential pain that could be happening. Yes, crush the weak Pterosaurus, 100%. I would also suggest that. Look up all the possible sweepers, something similar to Flame Sweep, see all the options that are effectively the same, or they might do something a little bit different that you're just looking for. Could test the waters, see if I draw out that Wandering Emperor. I'm going to try that. I think they have a sweeper. They're waiting for the sweeper maybe to have enough value, or they just want to Memory Deluge to find the sweeper. I don't think they'll use it next turn though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, guess they will. Huh. I guess I know what I'm saving. I can go double topiaries as well, because that's where it's at. That's what I'm doing. Don't ask questions. Boom. We get to 6. That's fantastic. You can't ask for anything better. I would have only been able to play 1 topiary, and I wouldn't have also dealt 6 damage with the pumped up Marauding. Love it. Yeah, do it again. I got my benefit. Another Thunderherd? Let's try it. Just keep doing the stable thing. Trapjaw Tyrant we don't need to do really at any point. I'm going to try for Domri, actually. Oh, it happens. It happens. Good stuff. They don't have another Dovin's Veto, of course. I forgot to add a red. I was so excited. I thought I still had a red left over to play Marauding, and, well, it could have been nice. But again, Azorius Control. Oh, Oh, they don't like that. Well, Marauding and Topiary it is. Yeah, this is the painful thing I was figuring I would face. Azorius Control, Trapjaw Tyrant is very, very bad. Not good at all. We could exile a very big shark token from Shark Typhoon, so that's not terrible. Temporary lockdown, not so bad. Of course, Topiary Stomper, we're at least 7 lands. I like that. Get to pressure Teferi and not have to worry about the Wandering Emperor. Of course, I might just make a Samurai to block it, but hey, let's try for Trapjaw Tyrant. See if that draws out anything. Not doing a whole lot of anything, but... okay. So they can still go Wandering Emperor, make the Samurai to save Teferi, as I think it's going to happen. Oh, well, I guess I just save them and still get them. Boom. Not today. Definitely nice taking out Teferi. No card draw. They're already down to 2 lands. Oh, they got another. Nuts. Yes, absolutely. Tamiyo's, unfortunately. But yeah, I definitely prefer my usual list that includes Tyrannosaurus Rex, Carnage Tyrant, Shifting Ceratops. Fantastic bodies, not just against control. They're very scary against most other decks. It is a little bit of a higher curve, so aggro, of course, can bring me pain, as Gruul Vehicles did. And there he is. Boom. Absolutely. Wink. 100%. I still have to use Rampaging Raptor more. I haven't really done it a whole lot. Of course, I think they're digging for a sweeper. Hopefully I can use Tamiyo's. Yeah, Rampaging Raptor. You don't lose that tempo. You hit them for 4 or 6 or 8. Of course, if you can pump it. Then you take out maybe a big Teferi. If you connect for 6, maybe you connect for 8. And the opposing Teferi was at 8. They're going to ultimate with that emblem. Whenever they draw a card, they exile a permanent we control. But not with you-know-who. Rampaging Raptor. Search for that sweeper. If they don't get it this turn, and we connect next turn, that would be good. Oh, they're desperate. Whew. Definitely why I feel Carnage Tyrant is a bit better to start. Of course, at this point, they would easily have enough to pay that Ward 4 cost. They could also have Settle the Wreckage as well. But maybe not game 1. Try for that Topiary. Thin the deck. Of course, thinning the deck is... No, okay. We don't. I'll hit them for 4. We'll see what they can do, if anything, if they just have a sweeper. Of course, Topiary Stomper drew out the counterspell, which might mean Tamiyo's is safe, or it just goes off, hopefully. That'd be kind of cool if there was some protection spell that also couldn't be countered itself. The ultimate control hating thing. Make him cry. Here goes nothing. Hope for the best. No counterspell. They got 5 cards in hand. I think it's going to happen. Making that Samurai. Well, they wouldn't. Okay, they will after the sweeper happens. That's okay. That's okay. Again, the lack of stuff with haste in the land doesn't make me feel too good. Keep up that pressure, hope for the best, and see how it goes. It just gets better. Hopefully we can take them down game 1, and then we bring in Tyrannosaurus Rex, Shifting Ceratops to hopefully close things out. As it happens sometimes, though. 22 lands, you still get a wee bit flooded. No Supreme Verdict. We've seen three already, so I think there's a good chance we won't see any more. A decent chance. They didn't get it. Even if they play another Wandering Emperor. Oh, look at that. Wow. Boom. Oh, let's... I did not expect to pull that one off. Yeah, but you can see. I didn't actually plan to burn potentially their only counterspell with Topiary to allow Tamiyos to go off. But that's pretty nice. It worked out absolutely perfect. Carney T for the win. Yeah, remember, so take a look. All that mana they had. Certainly, Tranix Rex would have gone down. But Trapjaw Tyrant comes out. Ripjaw comes out. This is very simple and straightforward. Those two things doing not much of anything against Azorius Control. So you bring in the things that can't be countered, sometimes can't be targeted. Of course, Reckless Rage, take that out. Hotepic Huntmaster. So we got a lot of stuff at 2. Very good chance to get to the big scary things. I'll still keep in Domri, of course, because that protects against counter spells. But we beat them the first game, and we got like infinitely better for the second and third if it goes to that. It's not going to be pretty, I hope. Could be worse. Of course, there is 16 things. Keep it in mind. 16 things for 2. And then Topiary Stomper for 3. And Domri. So there is more than a third of the deck with a mana value 3 or less. All of it gets me ahead. I'm going to give it a go. It's very nice to see 4 lands. Oh, what was I saying? When over a third of your deck is 3 or less, all of it ramping, I would be inclined to keep a hand like that. And this is just getting crazy. If we get there, wow. That's going to be pretty sweet. I imagine Domri's going to be countered. Of course, I see the second copy. Let's burn counters. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Look at that, folks. What? What just happened? Maybe they were watching the stream. Perhaps. They were stream sniping. And they saw they were going to lose. They didn't have any counter spells. The second they saw Domri land, they didn't have removal or counter spell, and they just knew it was probably over. Huh. Okay. I'll take it. The power. I didn't expect that. Okay. Well, I guess we move on to the next one. It's going to be hard to top the early scoop after Domri. Very surprised there wasn't anything that countered it. Dovin's Veto, of course, we saw to start. So it could have been that. It could have been Censor. Absorb. We got fortunate, I guess. Oh, and that hand is just a beauty. Absolutely. Lots of stable ramping here. Ripjaw. Hopefully this is something aggro related. So Azorius Spirits. I don't have Rending Volley, sadly. So this is probably going to be pretty difficult. And I don't start off with Shifting Ceratops, so I would imagine we lose, especially with that early Curious Obsession. We're probably done for. I'm actually inclined to just pretty much pack it in at this point. If they don't counter Thunderherd Migration, maybe I will. We'll see. Geistlight Snare, I think it is, for 1. Oh, that is interesting. They could have sacrificed Mausoleum Wanderer. They were thinking about that. So at the very least, I think they don't have the Geistlight. If they have an enchantment and a spirit, they can play Geistlight Snare for a single blue. And it makes you counter a spell unless that person pays an extra 3, which chances are you don't have enough for. However, I'm going to try for that Pillar of Origins. If that lands, I could also go Topiary Stomper. Topiary Stomper. There's the Geistlight Snare. Okay. Interesting. Hopefully there's no Supreme Phantom powering up both Oh, phew. I was worried. But still, for 5. We got enough lands at this point. A wee bit flooded. Not a whole lot we can do. No, that's definitely not happening. I was kind of excited. I saw that haloed fountain. I thought, ooh, is it another Azorius Control that is going to be painful? This could also be painful here. Hopefully we get some nice surprises. Of course, keep in Reckless Rage. Nice interaction against the spirits. However, Mausoleum Wanderer, of course, would sacrifice itself to try and counter Reckless Rage. You have to pay an extra for Mausoleum Wanderer's ability based off its power. So if they sacrificed it, we'd have to pay an extra 2, but Reckless Rage only being a single red probably means, we'll have enough to pay whatever extra they want to try and force us to do. Maybe. I guess 2 Pillar of Origins is nice-ish. Keep it. I'll keep it. Even though I don't feel super good about it. But just seeing this might be nice. 2 things that get me ahead. And also Carnage Tyrant and T-Rex. We got a lot of mana here. We could see them, although I do think it's going to be... Oh. Interesting. Certainly have to pay the 2 life, but... let's go Pillar of Origins. Can't use its mana this turn. Can't use Marauding. Perhaps they would bounce Marauding or have removal for it or something. I think Pillar of Origins could be a little bit more stable. Hopefully. Could have tried for a lot of stuff, but I will try for Marauding here. Hopefully. Geistlight Snare. Oh, just a spirit. This is actually really, really good. If we get another land next turn, we get Carnage Tyrant. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see it. Oh, wow. Actually, Shifting Ceratops is also pretty darn fantastic. If they don't have a counter spell. Oh boy. Oh boy. Definitely attacking with Marauding Raptor, and then I just leave the green up for Jetmir's Garden. Sneaky Reach. They're basically not going to attack with anything ever again. Of course, Marauding Raptor can't block them, so make use of that temporary buff. Yeah. Sit back, relax, and just keep blocking stuff with Shifting. Possibly Shifting is going to scare away some of their aggression. Just keep picking off their spirits. Hopefully they don't have, whatchamacallit. Ah, yeah, there we go. Their aggression has now ground to a halt. And we've got Carnage Tyrant to boot. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I want to do that. I like that. Even though we could take lots of damage next turn, I don't think it's going to be lethal. Oh, look. Boom. Carney T, Pterosaurus. You said it for the previous Azorius Control. And Carnage Tyrant made the scoop for this opponent, too. Phew. Very nice with Pillar of Origins. I must say. Saved the day. Big time. Bring in Huntmaster, increase the potential explosiveness. Of course, Huntmaster, turn 2, leading to a turn 3 hasty shifting Ceratops. Can be very devastating. Though I think I definitely want that interaction. Keep things as is. Carney T for the W. Yes, absolutely. Use it. Oh, yeah, that could be good. Something for 2, 3 stable Tamiyos to protect, maybe against bouncing potential. The Brazen Borrower, it's petty theft or whatever it is. 1 in a blue to bounce a non-land permanent. Hopefully there's no Curious Obsession on the Spectral Sailor, but there is a Curious Obsession on the Spectral Sailor. It's going to be hard to come back from all this fantastic card advantage that they're now getting. Cross your fingers there's no Geistlight Snare, which they can cast for 1 blue. Whew. That happened instantly, so we know no Geistlight, at the very least. Shifting Ceratops next turn and things might be over. Keep holding up mana for that counterspell that you can't lose or use. They're waiting to do something and now they don't. Well, Spell Queller, it is something. It's okay, it's okay. It's about the only thing they can do. Certainly very problematic, gets the job done, but Reckless Rage might save the day, or another Shifting Ceratops, which I would be able to attack with next turn. Of course, get that Topiary Stomper, hopefully. Oh, we could be seeing Tyrannix Rex next turn. I think we will be. I don't think we'll be dead with their aggression, but you never know. Down to 15. Tyrannix Rex plus Marauding would be also lots of pain. Oh, they want to bounce somebody. Oh, destroy evil? That's okay. That's actually pretty good. Topiary Stomper, I mean, I would have only gotten to 6 lands next turn. I still would not have been able to attack and block with it. Still only 4. That's fine by me. They didn't play Supreme Phantom. Maybe they just have a bunch of removal and counter spells that is not going to deal with T-Rex. Oh, and the Reckless Rage to boot. Now the question becomes, Reckless Rage to get the shifting. I think I like that. Instead, let's try for that. That could be better. If it goes off. It does not. Ah, nuts. So we are definitely dead next turn. That's alright. Yeah, that's how it goes. Worth a try. We could have just been dead anyways, due to the Rattle Chains plus the Mutavault, so I don't think there was a whole lot we could do. Of course, even if it was Rending Volley, Rattle Chains would have protected the Spell Queller, which they knew they had to protect at all costs. Of course, a Sweeper potentially could have done the trick. A Sweeper for 3 damage, taking out that Spell Queller. Shadow Spear, also. Shadow Spear's ability, a legendary artifact for 1 equipment, gives the creature it's attached to +1/+1 trample and lifelink. But Shadow Spear also has the ability of paying 1, and you get to target creatures with hexproof and indestructible. Creatures or permanents your opponents control with hexproof and indestructible lose it until end of turn. It's a fantastic equipment, and of course it can be also even more fantastic when you are able to target things you wouldn't have otherwise. I mean, this hand just keeps getting better. Look at that. Lots of lovely stable ramping. Ripjaw. I'm liking our chances. Nothing It's going to counter whatever we play, so go safe with Thunderherd. The safest thing to get us 1 mana ahead. Pillar of Origins, maybe they would have had Witherbloom Command. This is oh, interesting. Okay, some sort of reanimation strategy, although I don't think they can do it this turn with 3. Very, very neat. Certainly trying for that Ripjaw. We might be exiling something big and nasty coming up. Whatever they play, Trapjaw, getting rid of Zetalpa, Primal Dawn is actually going to be the ultimate fantastic thing. Just a hodgepodge of stuff. Hopefully their reanimation doesn't cost 4, or it does. Does not? That's okay. Oh man, that's pretty sweet. Huh. Oh. Nasty. Okay. Okay, well, we can't deal with that. So that's what it is. I have never played this Urborg Scavengers deck before. I've heard whispers about it. We'll go over Urborg Scavengers for anybody who isn't aware. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Exile a creature from a graveyard. Put a counter on it. Has flying as long as a card exiled with it has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch. All the ability names pretty much. So it entered. It exiled Samut, Vizier of Naktamun, giving it haste, First Strike, and Vigilance. But then it also was able to attack, and it exiled Zetalpa, giving it all that painful stuff. I could have hit it with Reckless Rage, taking it out. So I'm definitely going to be gunning for that. I don't think I need Tamiyos too much. I think it's super focused on filling the graveyard, playing Urborg Scavengers. Basically. Just happened there. I pressed the spacebar button. Oh, it's still recording. Okay, I think it had... thought it had glitch, potentially. Definitely like Trapjaw Tyrant to exile something. That big Urborg Scavengers, of course, would be good. Yeah, I think I'll keep it like that. Keep it like that and hope for the best. But certainly, I think we have good potential. Let's get that Urborg Scavengers before they get indestructible, and that is the Keeper of Keepers. Absolutely. The Jetmir's Garden. Boom. Turn 2 Thunderherd, Topiary Stomper. Love it. Again, still stick with Thunderherd Migration. Basic land, stable. We'll get there. I want to make sure I'm healthy with the sources of green for Topiary Stomper, because it does require 2 green. And definitely nice seeing that Secluded Courtyard. So now I have the red for Reckless Rage. Anytime they play that painful Urborg Scavengers, they are dead. Smoked. Trapjaw Tyrant next turn, I exile whatever thing in the graveyard they return. We're going to get them. This is good. Ah, nuts. They played Urborg Scavengers. Fine by me. Oof. Painful. Love it. What do I want? Actually, I can go Pillar of Origins and use it for Trapjaw. Use up all available mana for the turn. Beautiful. Okay, hopefully that bought us time and they don't have another Urborg Scavengers, but they have nothing in their graveyard that I care about exiling. Noose Constrictor. That's something I didn't expect. Reach, they can discard a card and give it +1/+1. Of course, they want to fill their graveyard to get stuff in it for the Urborg Scavengers. However, they have one in there already. Hopefully Ripjaw draws us Domri. Another Reckless Rage would be ideal. Of course, Trapjaw Tyrant has effectively unblockable, which is very nice indeed. Oh, Topiary Stomper, yes. Get us to 7 attack with the one that's already out. And they're going to be... they're not looking too hot right now. Love it. It's got to be good. You'd think. Really should start making a pot of coffee so I don't have to walk back and forth so much. Bring the percolator right into my room beside my computer, although that's probably asking for trouble. Well, I got Zatalpa. That's going to be painful. Definitely. Searching for that Urborg Scavengers. They have to find it. Oh. Okay, I do take the Noose Constrictor out, which is very nice, I guess. Oh, they got the Urborg Scavengers. Nuts. And we got flooded, sadly. Well, they have to block something that is 4 power. They're not going to block Ripjaw, that's for sure. Oh, interesting. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Make me draw 2 cards, thank you. Hopefully it's not another land. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll just play Thunderherd and the land and keep thinning the deck and hope I get something that is a creature at this point. Yeah, not much you can do about that. We're almost getting them. Down to 1. Well, they got something with lifelink. Yeah, I think we're done for here. Phoenix Rex could be good. Actually, I don't think I brought in T-Rex. Domri. Technically, Domri might... Domri almost gets the job done. Urborg Scavengers blocks one of the Topiary Stompers. The other one connects for 5. Marauding for 3. Yeah. No. Can't beat it. That's too bad. And of course it has lifelink, so they would go higher, sadly. Painful stuff. Very, very scary, as we all just witnessed, unfortunately. Another Reckless Rage, Trapjaw mixed in there. Definitely could have been good, or just a little bit less flooding. Seeing a Trapjaw instead of one of those lands. Play that. Domri next turn. Fight the Urborg Scavengers, which were only 4 power at the time. So we wouldn't have lost Trapjaw. Would have just exiled it, and that would have worked. Ooh. Don't know if this will. Maybe if it was a stomping ground plus the forest, making sure I had the 2 sources of green for Topiary, but I still don't have even a source of white for either Trapjaw Tyrant. Okay, that's much better. Oh, we are seeing Abzan Greasefang, potentially. I think that's what's coming up. I definitely thought it was Abzan Greasefang the previous matchup. Ugh. Well, cross your fingers they don't get it turn 3. Looks like they may be about to cheat out Essica's Chariot. It's not quite all over there if it was Parhelion 2. 5/5 flying vehicle. Oh boy, okay, well, let's hold out hope. Marauding Raptor could fight Greasefang, and there's nothing you can really do against all this lovely stuff. Maintain Marauding Raptor. Do I want to fight? Take out Greasefang? Would have to contend with a bunch of other stuff next turn. Yeah, no. Not happening. Rakdos Rage, of course, could have done the trick, and definitely I think it is going to do the trick and help us out quite a bit. Keep it the same, and yeah, just hope the rat doesn't do their thing on turn 3. Not much way around it. Of course, dedicated graveyard hates. Instant speed interaction with their graveyard is the most ideal thing. Or just Greasefang itself. But again, Rakdos Rage is hopefully going to do that. Maybe I'll mulligan a little bit aggressively to see Rakdos Rage and buy myself a chance. I can make that work. We got the turn 2 Pillar of Origins, opening up Topiary Stomper and Stomping Ground being the... Oh, nuts. We're losing Pillar of Origins. 100%. That's what it's got to be. Okay. They know what's what. And hopefully they don't have another Thoughtseize. Grizzly Salvage is coming up next turn. Definitely get that. Oh, we're at 4 lands now. Plenty. 2 sources of red for Rakdos Rage, so they have to do their Greasefang thing next turn. Otherwise we stop it all the time. No vehicle. No vehicle. Phew, phew. Oh. Whew. No vehicle that Greasefang is going to cheat out. Beautiful stuff. Oh, this should slow him down. Oh, there's the Sky Sovereign, which they're never getting. I love it. Carnage Tyrant to boot. Very, very nice. Yeah, I think we, hopefully we'll get him. They have to use removal on Topiary just to, give themselves a chance. They wanted to maybe draw out Rakdos Rage, of course. I'm not going to do that. Anytime they crew Essica's Chariot, we kill it. But definitely go with... you know what? I'm going to reveal Carnage Tyrant. I want to save 2 sources of red and a source of green for Tamiyos. Get Carnage Tyrant next turn. I think we're looking pretty good. Possibly could have grabbed that Plains just in case I get a Trapjaw Tyrant coming up here. Might have removal to... Oh. Take out... Fatal Push. Fatal Push. Alright, yes, have a good night, Lord Judgment. Hopefully get some good sleep, and thanks for watching. Definitely have a lot to play around, though, which is nice. They milled a Thoughtseize. That is a beautiful thing. Definitely Domri. We're going to take out that Rafine's Informant. Stop us from at least taking a bunch of damage each turn from that. Maybe the cats take out Domri. Yeah, that's alright. Still have nothing to block with, even though Tamiyo's does gain us 2 life. Helps stabilize a little bit. They have to... Oh! They've got Liliana of the Veil. They could have 6. Liliana, make a sacrifice Topiary, and we are done for. I guess not. Interesting. So they don't have Greasefang. They don't have another land. That's okay by me. Hopefully another land next turn, so I have an extra one for Reckless Rage if they go with that. Oh, phew, beautiful. Hopefully they don't have another Liliana. I like this. That should be good. Well, as I like it. I like it indeed. Of course, they can't target Carnage Tyrant, so Tamiyo's Safekeeping not really needed whatsoever. Shieldred. Well, that certainly is good. That's a little bit unfortunate. Can't take her out. Don't have a second source of white for Trapjaw Tyrant. Oh, okay. Well, they don't know what's about to happen. I definitely need to take her out, so they will block with Shieldred, because I want to preserve Liliana of the Veil. I would... Oh, they don't. Well, that is interesting indeed. Huh. Oh, they had 2 Greasefangs. Well, that's tends to do the trick. Can't do much about that. Sometimes instant speed interaction for the rat is good, but of course Graveyard Hate is some of the best ways to take it down. One more. Let's see Trapjaw Tyrant show up a little bit. Fantastic example of it. Certainly not going to top the Bant Angels match from last night. That was a perfect game 3, I must say. I like the looks of that. 3 lands, Pillar of Origins, getting us to Ripjaw and 2 Reckless Rages. That's going to be absolutely devastating, I think. Azorius Control, perhaps. So maybe not too nasty. Yeah. Definitely Reckless Rage feels pretty darn bad against Azorius Control. Could switch out Reckless Rage, though, for something that isn't dead if the opponent doesn't have a creature. Put some counters on somebody. Do something. Hope they don't deal with Pillar of Origins. Portable Hole. March of Otherworldly Light. Coming up. They're looking at it, but maybe they've just never seen it before. Also a possibility. At least I do have 5 mana for the Dinosaur with this mountain, so I think we'll... Oh, Spirits. 2 Spirits, I must say. Maybe they have become more popular. Now we'll try for Topiary Stomper. At least I do have 2 extra to pay. Hopefully there's not another Lofty than a Spell Queller. Certainly would have been nice if Topiary landed, getting us to Carnage Tyrant, and to have 2 red for Reckless Rages. Yeah, they just had the exact stuff they needed at the time. If I could land a Marauding Raptor next turn, that would be good. Just something to take out that Spell Queller. Oh, yes, please. We got him. We got him. Hopefully it's fast enough. At least they haven't played any other spirits. Hopefully Spell Queller doesn't get another Curious Obsession attached to it, or just doesn't go to 5 toughness. However that might happen. Yeah, definitely seeing these spirits twice tonight, and then last night? Yeah, last night. 5 times in 6 matches. Rending volley this. And I said what was hopefully not going to happen. At the very least, we get to hit them for 7 and do Reckless Rage shenanigans. Possibly draw them out of, well, maybe playing some spirits. Maybe they tap out and we get to take out Spell Queller. That'd be nice. There's the Marauding. Very good stuff. This could draw out a counter spell. Maybe meaning Reckless Rage goes off a little easier. Although I have enough to pay that extra cost, so I think Marauding Raptor is going to land through Lofty Denial, Geistlight Snare, paying an extra 3, an extra 4, whatever it is. Play counter spell for 2 and maybe another spirit. Interesting. Or they tap out for Spectral Sailor's ability for 4, and we might have a small window to take out that Spell Queller with double Reckless Rage. I think that's what they'll do. Do it. You know you want it. It would be a waste to not do it if they're not going to play spirits. They got 4. Do it. Let's go. Oh, they don't. Interesting. Perhaps they felt there was interaction. Oh, I'm going to try it now. Burn some stuff. At least. Yeah, see what happens. Hexproof on this with whatchamacallit. Or just a good old counter spell. I'd be surprised if they didn't have anything. Might as well take out Spectral Sailor. You can't double up on it and take it out yet. Maybe I would draw another Reckless Rage. Oh, Spell Queller to take out this. Okay. Okay. Can't really do much about that. Probably going to be it at this point. Tranix Rex we could play. That would be ideal. Possibly getting the job done. Oh, but Trapjaw Tyrant. Hold on a second, folks. That's where it's at. Boom. Yes, please. Let's go. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Yes, I want to cast that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We're off to the races here. Maximum aggression. Go time. Go time. That did the trick. Beautiful. Maybe that got us the win. They have to block with the Spell Queller because they are dead. Oh. Oh, exactly. Lethal. Wow. Wow. That we pulled that out of nowhere. Get him to burn so much. Then he played Trapjaw, even though I didn't know I had it. That could have become the game plan. Draw out the counter spells, make them tap out, do as much as possible. Surprise. Yes, Nox, that was good. I still will get rid of Ripjaw Raptor, of course. Shifting Ceratops is the bane of this deck. I mean, I still like Reckless Rage. It's no Rending Volley, of course. 1 red can't be countered. 4 damage, instant speed to target white or blue creature. That's really what you want against this, but Reckless Rage still in. I'll keep it like that. Actually, maybe Pillar of Origins. No. I was thinking of trimming Pillar of Origins, but I really want to keep the consistency high for casting Trapjaw Tyrant. Pillar of Origins, again, tapping for a white, or any color for a dinosaur. Yeah. Could be okay. Jet Mirrors as the first land, and then hopefully another land, but no, let's not do it. Oh, it says. Okay, well, that's the one I'm keeping. Definitely don't want to keep discarding stuff. Tamiyo's not doing a whole lot, although they do have some bouncing spells and effects. Tamiyo's could have been something that, you know, I got rid of. Witness Protection is a possibility. 1 blue enchantment makes the creature it's attached to just a 1/1. Lose all abilities, and is pretty good removal. So maybe Tamiyo's to give Hexproof against that Witness Protection, stopping it and giving us a good chance. However, that Pillar of Origins is looking pretty good. Definitely Topiary next turn. Hopefully they played some Spirits. Saving up mana for that Spell Queller, I think. Now the question becomes, what do we want the Spell Queller to burn a thing on? Would they use it on... They're probably going to use it on whatever I do. However, if I reveal Topiary Stomper, they might want to use it on that and let Thunderherd Migration happen. Maybe. Gotta play something. Okay. The 3/4 is painful. However, I could draw Reckless Rage next turn, play Topiary for 3, and with one of the Jet Mirror's Gardens, not smoke the Spell Queller. Okay, it is at 5. Ugh. Is there any way out of this? I don't think so. It would only be Trapjaw, and that can't block 8 damage. No. That's definitely not happening. We're not having a good time against them in that game. Hopefully I get lucky again, but yeah, 2 early Supreme Phantoms definitely is going to drive that damage home. Hard to recover from. Oh, that is painful. Painful as well. Oh, it's got a lot better. At least it is 2 lands, I must say. Trapjaw would be nice, but I don't want to grab planes with Thunderherd Migration. And of course it can be countered. Can be nice, but definitely think Carnage would be nicer. I think we could get there. I think they're going to play that Furious Obsession on Mausoleum Wanderer next turn. Or save something for Topiary. They know they can counter it, so that could be a possibility. Maybe could have revealed Carnage Tyrant. They see a thing they can't counter, which means they might play a creature. Revealing Topiary makes them save the counter spell, but if they didn't know I have it, they might have tapped out to do something else. Well, we'll try. Yeah. Although that could be a good plan. Make them save the counter spell. And then they don't play a creature. Oh, hopefully we get that Wanderer. Marauding Raptor for 2. Take out the Mausoleum Wanderer. Stop there. Card advantage. ASAP. Hopefully this one lands. Oh, we got it. This is actually good. I feel they may possibly flash something in. Boom. Not today. Not today. We've got our window. Love it. That's where it's at, folks. Patience. Surprise. That's going to take a chunk of their aggression down. And if I hopefully get a 7th land next turn, I get to start attacking with Topiary Stomper. But they got to be feeling pretty bad about that. Either way, Mausoleum Wanderer dies. I can't pay the extra 2 for the extra cost, but Mausoleum Wanderer is, yeah, I'm just dead. Eventually. Once they let it happen. I'm going to be falling asleep by the time they let it go. They're probably feeling pretty sad. Do 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 do. Oh, there it is. I think it bought us time. We get Carnage Tyrant next turn at the very least. Could draw any number of things. Another Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper. But yeah, if it's a land and we get to 7, it might be all over at that point. Spell Queller can't do anything to Carnage Tyrant. It is a spell with a greater than 4 mana value. Spell Queller temporarily exiles it. Oh my goodness, we got to 7 and that is heaven. If you're watching right now or later on. Ooh. I think I feel pretty good, but still being at 13, it is a wee bit scary. Keep the pressure up with Topiary. They almost have to block with everything next turn. Don't really have to worry about Mutavault since they have Topiary Stomper that could block it. That's not a Supreme Phantom, which is good for us. Of course, it could be coming down this turn, though. The race is on, and we have much more damage than they have. 4 right now. Ooh, okay, there's 7. Interesting. No, still could be good. Although I would like to take out Supreme Phantom next turn, if at all possible. Tranix Rex would be lovely. Oh, shifting Ceratops to... Whoa, folks, we got him, we got him. That's good game. Whoa, the top deck shifting for the win. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lights out. That is the nightcap of nightcaps. Thank you. Woo. Okay, I said it's going to be hard to top the Bant Angels match. Unless they have March of Otherworldly Light. Protection from blue, you can't target. They have to have mono white based removal. They could have that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Slip out the back. Not too bad. Supreme Phantom has to block. Ooh, that's close. They got exactly lethal with Mutavaults, sadly. Well, they got us. Nuts. Close, close. Picture perfect finish, though, and, yeah. If only they didn't have that. Pretty much one thing that got them. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it was close, close. Yeah. A good time overall. Nox, anybody else watching right now? Of course, you're all probably asleep, so hopefully you got some good rest. Yeah. Have a good one. Good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it is, wherever it is you are watching. Subscribe. Take a bite out of that like button. See you tomorrow night, I would expect. Maybe with that budget dinosaur, maybe a more traditional one. But yeah, that was still a fantastic nightcap, though. All right. Peace. See you later.